In today's video I'll be showing you how to set up your new Nintendo Switch 2. I'll cover the initial setup all the way through until being able to play games, use the dock and more. Let's get started. We'll start by unboxing the Switch 2 and having a look at all the contents. Within the box, you should have the console itself, the Joy-Cons and their wrist straps, the Joy-Con grip, the USB-C power cable and wall power connector, the dock, the HDMI cable, and if your console was bundled with a game, there should be the game code for this, which I'll show you how to redeem a little bit later. We're now ready to power on the device for the first time. The power button is on the top left side of the device. You might also want to make sure you have the power cable and connector ready, just in case your device has low battery. After powering on, wait for the first page to load. On here, we first need to connect the Joy-Cons. Connect both of these now as it shows on the screen. On the Switch 2, you simply need to place them in the slots and the magnets will snap them into place. Before we go any further, it's important to mention that your Switch 2 comes with a protective film on the screen. Do not take this off. This needs to remain on the screen for its protection. The first setup page is where we can choose a language. Use the Joy-Cons and buttons to select yours, then choose your region. And then you can choose to read the information, and then select Next. We now need to set up your Switch 2 with Wi-Fi, which you'll need to do if you want to get the latest updates, redeem game codes, and of course play online. Choose Internet Settings, then find your Wi-Fi network on the list and select it. Enter the password and click on OK. Allow this to connect, and then we need to choose Next to start downloading the system update. Whilst it downloads, you can choose your time zone and read through the following information pages. One of these pages will teach you how to disconnect the Joy-Cons. Use the release button as shown and remove them from the console to move on. You can continue to control the Switch 2 with the Joy-Cons wirelessly and even connect them to the Joy-Con grip. Next, choose if you want to view the attachment guide or skip. After this, you'll need to select Update and then allow the console to restart. This shouldn't take too long and it should say Update Complete. Select OK, and now you have the choice to perform a system transfer from your Switch 1, if you have it. I'd recommend reading about system transfers with this option to see what will be transferred. You should also have this option to be able to transfer data on your Switch 1. This is towards the bottom of the Switch 1's system settings. I won't show you the transfer in this video, but if you wanted to, you'll need your Switch 1 nearby, and you should be able to follow the on-screen prompts to complete the transfer. Make sure you read all of the information as it'll outline what will or will not be transferred and if any data is removed from your old Switch 1. Moving on, after this, we need to add a user to the device. You can choose to sign in or create an account with the top option, or you can add a user without signing in. You might not be able to access all the features without signing in. We'll choose to sign in, and you can do this by using the QR code on screen. If you have an account already, simply scan this with your phone's camera and follow the link. Then sign in when prompted in your phone's browser, and the setup should then automatically continue, but you may need to verify it's you by entering the code displayed on your phone. If you haven't got a Nintendo account yet, choose the option in blue called Create a New Account. You can now scan this QR code with your phone or use the Send an Email option if the code doesn't work. With either method, follow the link into a browser. On the browser page, scroll down and tap on the Create a Nintendo Account button near the bottom. Fill out the information on here and select Continue when you're ready. You'll then need to verify your email with the code and then choose OK, and you'll see your account page. Head back a few pages on your Switch 2 until you see the Sign In to a Nintendo account page, and then scan this QR code again. This time in your browser, as you're already logged in, you can select the account you want to use and then enter the verification code shown on your phone on your Switch 2. Select OK and wait for it to sign you in. Select Next and enter the nickname you want to use. Confirm this, then you could choose to add another user or skip. Then set up parental controls or skip. Finally, you can learn how to insert microSD express cards if you have one, or skip, and now you just need to press the home button on the Joy-Cons and that's the setup complete. You'll now be on the home screen and you may want to play around with this at your own pace, but the important apps are at the bottom, such as the store and settings, which you can customize. I'll now quickly show you how to set up the Switch with the dock, but after that I'll show you how to redeem your game codes, such as Mario Kart if it came with the console. Feel free to use the video chapters to skip ahead to that if you want. Setting up the Switch 2 with the dock is fairly simple, and it's just the same as with the Switch 1. We need the console again of course, the dock itself, the USB-C cable, wall power connector, and the HDMI cable. Remove the back panel off the dock, and first we can connect the USB-C cable into the port named AC adapter or something similar. This is the top port. Connect the other end of this cable into the wall power connector, and of course plug this in to get power. Next, connect the HDMI cable into the port below the USB-C cable in the dock, and then the other end of this needs to be inserted into your TV or monitor. You can now put the back panel back on the dock and make sure that the wires exit through the gap provided. We can now gently lower the Switch 2 into the dock with the screen facing the front and the stand fully closed. The sides of the console align with the sides of the dock if the Joy-Cons are removed. If you lower it centrally and slowly, eventually it should sit into place. Again, check everything looks central and aligned. Check your TV or monitor to see if you see anything and press the power button on the Switch 2 if nothing shows, or try reseating it in the dock. If the picture still doesn't work, you may need to change the display settings. Open the Settings app and then scroll down to the Display section. You can remove the Switch from the dock to do this. Try changing the screen resolution or RGB range to each of the options and reconnect to the dock each time you try. I'll now show you how to redeem game codes on the Switch 2. If your console was bundled with Mario Kart World, there should be a game code for this in the box on a small piece of paper. It might be on top of the instruction manual. On the Switch 2 home screen, head to the store. This is the shopping bag icon. Double check you're choosing the correct account now, and then wait for the shop to load. If this is your first time using the shop on your device, choose Next, then scan the QR code shown with your phone's camera and follow the link. It should open your browser and you'll either need to sign in or confirm it's you. You can also choose the checkbox to skip this next time if you want. The store should now automatically load and you need to scroll down in the menu on the left to the Redeem Code option and choose this. You can now enter the game code you have and then select OK. You'll now see a preview of what you will be redeeming, so if you're happy, select Redeem and it should then say thank you. Choose Close and it should say a virtual game card has been added if it's a game. Select OK and now your game will download and install. This could take a while depending on your download speed, but once it's done, you can play it from here. You're now ready to play games and further customize your Switch 2. Again, I'd recommend going through the Settings app and making any changes you need. The Nintendo Switch Online app on the home screen is where you can sign up or renew the online subscription if you wanted to. That's how to set up your Nintendo Switch 2. If you have any questions, then let me know in the comments below, and if you did find today's video helpful, remember to leave a like and feel free to subscribe for more tips in the future. Be sure to stick around to see some of my other videos that you might be interested in. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.